Medic!
Right behind!
No,
Medic!
Guys, give him room.
I burned myself. There was oil in a saute pan, and when I picked it up, it poured all over my hand.
Hell's Kitchen has always marketed itself as extreme. Extreme pressure, extreme expectations, extreme consequences. Every season pushes contestants beyond what most professional kitchens would ever demand. Long hours, no sleep, constant scrutiny, public failure, and most of the time, the consequences are professional. A bad service, a nomination, and elimination. But sometimes the competition goes further. Sometimes the shouting stops, the tickets stop coming, and the only thing that matters is whether someone is physically okay. These are the moments where Hell's Kitchen stopped being television and turned into a medical emergency. Let's start with an early season moment that hits differently because it shows how brutal this competition can be before anyone even reaches the legendary seasons. Larry Sick was already struggling, physically and mentally, and eventually he woke up in the middle of the night feeling seriously unwell.
45 minutes of sleep last night. I'm just running on fumes.
It wasn't a shake it off situation. It escalated to the point where medical help was called and he was taken to the hospital. Then came the part that makes this feel even heavier.
The stress of everything basically shut my body down. The gist of the whole thing is I won't be back.
He didn't return to the competition. What makes this moment stand out isn't drama. It's the blunt reality that Hell's Kitchen pressure doesn't only break people during service. Sometimes it hits when the cameras aren't even chasing a meltdown, just a contestant realizing their body is done. And that's the first pattern you'll notice in this whole video. The kitchen doesn't always take you out mid-scream. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's late at night, and sometimes it's scarier because it's quiet. Another one of the earliest and most unsettling incidents happened in season 3, and it didn't even take place during dinner service. Aaron Song had already been visibly struggling with the physical toll of the competition. The lack of rest, the constant strain, and the relentless pace were catching up with him. During a punishment, the situation escalated quickly. Aaron became disoriented and collapsed, turning a routine punishment into a serious medical crisis.
Aaron!
Oh, shit. The medic!
Right behind! Medic!
Guys, give him room.
Aaron just kind of fainted.
Production immediately halted everything as medical staff rushed in. An ambulance was called, and Aaron was transported to the hospital. What made this moment so jarring was how sudden it felt. One moment, he was trying to push through. The next, the competition didn't matter at all. Aaron's run ended not with a chef's jacket taken, but with sirens. It was the first clear signal that Hell's Kitchen wasn't just mentally demanding. It could push the human body past its breaking point.
You have a serious illness, the doctor's orders.
You cannot come back into this kitchen.
Another sobering reminder followed in season 4, involving Vanessa Gunnell. Vanessa had been fighting hard to stay competitive, pushing herself in every service. But her exit didn't come from exhaustion, it came from injury. During service, Vanessa suffered a serious burn-related hand injury.
I burned myself. There was oil in a saute pan, and when I picked it up, it poured all over my hand. Oh, it's starting to fucking hurt.
The injury worsened rapidly and made it unsafe for her to continue working in the kitchen. Medical staff were called, and she was taken to the hospital for treatment. There was no argument, no dramatic confrontation, just the reality that professional kitchens don't pause for injuries, and some damage can't be ignored. Ultimately, the injury forced Vanessa to leave the competition entirely. It was a quiet moment, but a powerful reminder. Hell's Kitchen is still a real kitchen, with real hazards. Season 5 delivered one of the most emotionally painful medical exits the show has ever seen. Ji Hyun Cha had shown steady improvement throughout the season. She wasn't the loudest chef, but she was capable and disciplined. During dinner service, she suffered a severe ankle injury. At first, she tried to continue, but the pain intensified, movement became limited, and swelling made the situation impossible to ignore. Medical staff were called, and Ji Hyun was removed for treatment.
Elevate my foot because I hurt it. I need to put it on ice. I feel like a burden to you guys.
No way. We're a team, and you are a strong member of this team.
Gee, you're gonna be fine in a couple of days, girl.
What made this moment resonate wasn't chaos. It was heartbreak. She wasn't angry. She wasn't defiant. She was devastated. Her journey didn't end because of food or leadership. It ended because her body couldn't keep going. In a competition built on endurance, effort alone wasn't enough. Season 5 also highlighted a different kind of medical reality through Robert Hesse. Robert was physically imposing and determined, but but his health became a growing concern as the season progressed. Doctors eventually determined that continuing in the competition posed a serious risk to his life. He was removed for medical reasons. What makes Robert's case unique is that he later returned in season 6, determined to prove himself again.
Fat boy with a dream is back, yeah. I'm gonna lead our team to victory, or I'm gonna die trying.
Only to face similar physical limitations. His story isn't defined by a single collapse or injury.
We need to send Robert to the hospital.
It's defined by the cumulative toll Hell's Kitchen can take on someone already pushing their limits. Season 8 introduced one of the most infamous signature dish moments in the show's history. But the medical consequences came later. Antonia Borgman's gumbo became legendary for Ramsay's reaction, but the real turning point happened the following day. According to Antonia's own statements, she suffered a severe migraine after the signature dish challenge. Her condition required medical attention.
What's the matter?
I just don't feel good.
She was unable to continue in the competition and never returned. This wasn't an elimination.
A word from the hospital, and Antonia will not be returning to Hell's Kitchen.
There was no redemption arc. One challenge quietly ended her Hell's Kitchen journey, not because of critique alone, but because her health made continuing impossible. In season 9, another serious medical emergency unfolded, this time involving Jason Zapaltas. Jason had been struggling physically for much of the season.
I'm getting like dizzy and shit.
Often appearing drained and overwhelmed. During preparations for the premiere, his condition deteriorated rapidly.
I've been breathing like this like for the past hour.
He collapsed, requiring immediate medical attention. An ambulance was called, and Jason was taken to the hospital. Doctors later determined that his condition made continuing in the competition unsafe. He was withdrawn from Hell's Kitchen for medical reasons. This moment stood out because it mirrored earlier seasons almost exactly. Pressure, exhaustion, collapse. By this point, it was no longer an anomaly, it was a pattern. And then there's season 17, which delivered one of the strangest medical interruptions in the show's history. During service, Jared Bobkin suddenly claimed he had cut himself badly and was bleeding. Concerns spread quickly as Ramsay stopped the kitchen to assess the situation.
Sonny, medic, come here.
Where is it?
It's right there. It won't stop bleeding, Chef.
Hey, Marina, come here. He's bleeding to. He's bleeding to. You've got a bigger cut on the end of your f***ing dick. Emergency, emergency.
But something didn't add up. Ramsay examined the hand himself and couldn't find a visible cut. To be safe, a medic was called in. After a full examination, the conclusion was the same. No cut, no bleeding, no injury. At that point, the tension shifted from concern to disbelief. Medical protocol was followed correctly, but the moment stood out for a different reason. It showed how intense stress and panic can become in Hell's Kitchen, to the point where perceived injury feels real. After so many genuine emergencies across the show's history, the contrast made this moment oddly memorable. Across all these incidents, a clear pattern emerges. Hell's Kitchen isn't just about cooking, it's about survival. Contestants face sleep deprivation, emotional pressure, physical exhaustion, and non-stop scrutiny, all while being expected to perform flawlessly. When medical staff step in, the show drops its usual rhythm. No music, no editing tricks, just silence and concern. These moments linger because they reveal the truth beneath the competition. Some chefs leave Hell's Kitchen with jackets taken, others leave with injuries, hospital visits, or unfinished dreams. And in that kitchen, every exit, not planned or not, is permanent.